Someone stole our freaking kitchen out of a vacant. I So I just got a call from my staff in Indianapolis, and someone stole an entire freaking kitchen out of one of our vacants. Like, the entire thing. Granite, cabinets, like everything, gone. Over the years I've been involved in real estate, I've had some weird things on projects. I had a flip that was involved in a serial arson spree. The guy torched my house and 4 others on the same street all in the same night. It was all over the news, right? Never caught the guy. I've had things like people break in and spray paint their name or graffiti on walls. I've had people, break windows or steal tools or whatever. We had a tenant that we were evicting who caused like a $60,000 flood to the property. Took that one out of commission for 5 or 6 months. But I never really thought that I would have someone come in and like take the kitchen. I called my staff and I was like, it's almost like somebody repossessed this, but we didn't owe anybody any money. Like, what on earth is going on? The interesting thing with this particular fiasco was they knew what they were doing. Like, there's no holes or damages in the walls. I mean, literally it was taken out without any damage. They shut off water lines. They shut off the gas for the stove. This wasn't like a crackhead looking for some meth money. Like, this was somebody knew what they were doing, but on top of that, knew that the property was somehow vacant. We didn't have a for rent sign in the yard. It's actually, my staff went out to take marketing photos was how they found that this had happened. I do have some suspicions about who could have done this. We have a GC we let go who'd managed like 1.4 million worth of construction for us. And I could see this as like maybe a way of him like getting back, or maybe one of his subs that he didn't pay that had worked on this project. But the really weird thing with stealing a kitchen out of a property is it's not like that's really gonna line up in another property. This wasn't like a vinyl village and newer built. This was like a early 1900s custom kind of goofy home. So in order for somebody to have gone in and taken out things like countertops and cabinets, they probably have to have somewhere in mind that those are going, but they would have had to have known the measurements or broken in and decided to do that. I mean, appliances, cool, you can just stick in another property, but things like custom cut granite doesn't really copy and paste to another property. So all in all, the total damage here is gonna be between 10 to 12,000 bucks. It's not something we'd anticipated having come up on this project. As somebody who's pretty firm in like my worldview and value system, I would never take something from somebody else that didn't belong to me. It's not like there was anybody that we owed money or that we stiffed or screwed over or anything like that. That doesn't mean the GC we let go, he didn't pay his guys or something like that. But yeah, $10,000 to $12,000 worth of damages to redo work we'd already done to be able to get this property rented. Thing that sucks, we literally just did our clean up on it, and we're gonna list it back on the market to get that filled. Now we've got another couple weeks, maybe a month to get this done. We've done all of kind of the typical like things that you do. We filed the police report. You'd hope that they're gonna come like CSI that sucker and go for prints. They were like, oh, if the house is vacant, we won't even come look at it. We'll just fill out the paperwork. Like, cool. So we're not getting our kitchen back that way. We've called some of like the appliance wholesalers and resellers in town to see if anybody dropped them off or tried to sell them. We do have serial numbers and stuff, which is kind of fortunate, but I'm really not all that confident on getting these back. My guess is they went into another project or were sold on Craigslist or something like that. So it really is kind of just an unfortunate, frustrating situation as an investor. doing buy and hold stuff, we're typically hoping to cash flow a couple $100s a month, and a $12,000 loss. It's a lot of months, a lot of cash flow that we hadn't budgeted or planned for. Now we're gonna be fine. We have cash coming in other ways. We could still sell the house, flip it if we wanted to, and make a pretty handsome profit. This property is in a super hot, kind of trendy area, so we are gonna keep it and sit on it, but definitely wasn't expecting a $10,000 to $12,000 setback when I woke up this morning. If you've by chance ever run into something like this and have any tips or tricks you want to kind of throw our way, we're definitely all ears. Feel free to drop those in the comments below. Obviously keep you guys posted as this kind of develops. If we end up getting any of our stuff back, we'll let you know. Want to just take a second and thank you for checking out the channel, the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hopefully you never find yourself in this position.